Daddy born poor, Mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the backseat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could join me this morning. And our goal is to have you make so much money you need a 10-ton truck. And we do that by teaching you how to currency trade using our proprietary trading tools, which are very accurate. And we do these sessions to give you a chance to assess how accurate they are on your own. And we supplement that with personalized one-on-one training, which we think is the most efficient and effective way to learn. It gets you there faster, and there's time value to money. So by being able to learn this and do it quickly, there's value in that. With that, we've got a dozen different signals depending on your preferences and your risk preferences and how much time you have to commit and the way you like to trade. I usually trade about 90 minutes a day, and this is the strategy. One of the strategies I use. I also use the overnight strategy. So with that, let's get into it and see what we can come up with this morning. And we first need to start by listening to this guy.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advanced written permission.
One of the other great things about the program is we do these live trades. It gives you, one, it's a teaching opportunity. You get to see people who are good traders like me walk through their process, and that gives you insight as to what I'm thinking about and as I'm making my decision as to whether a trade's a good trade or not. And you get the opportunity to see it with multiple traders. We do a live trade in the morning once you're a member at 10 a.m. That tends to be a scalp trade. We do another live trade at 6 p.m. in the evening. That's Eastern time. Here, this is a long-term trade. He's usually going for 20, 30 pips. And then we also do another trade at 10 p.m. Eastern time, which is morning time in Australia. So they are trading Australian pairs. Again, it is about constant training. We have a training on Wednesday evening that supplements the one-on-one training that you will always have access to. And then another training on Saturday morning. Again, a chance to ask questions. Typically, the way he works that is he goes over a little piece of some trading strategy and then takes questions to help you be better. I trade off of a little checklist, as many of you know, and this helps me stay focused. Good habit is just to restart your green chart every day. Another good habit is to review not just your trading, but what you did during the day to improve. If you don't sit down and take a minute to take a look at what you're doing, and think about it, you won't get any better. So last night we didn't find a good trade. Hopefully this morning we will. As we are technical traders, we are trading based off of the price action. We want to know news also impacts currency. We want to know what that news is, and we go to Forex Factory to take a look at it. And Forex Factory breaks news down into three components. Yellow is low impact. Red is high impact, and orange is medium impact. So we've got baby chair, mama chair, and papa chair. And these papa ones we want to stay away from. Today we've got on the USD PPI at 830, and I don't know what the Empire State Manufacturing Index is, but it's something that could move the market. I like to stay out of these 2 hours beforehand because they sometimes the information tends to leak a little bit early, and it starts to impact the price. So we have two items that are within that 2 hour window. So we will not trade this morning. That's interesting. This wasn't showing up there last night, so we had a clean slate. But anyways, we'll work around it. So we know what we need. We know the obstacles. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what's available for trading. So the trade I am going to do is something called the 10-point signal. It works off of all of the charts, but I am going to take it off of the 1 hour chart. On the 1 hour chart, I like to be 30 minutes into it to have that set up. And it is good for 5 to 35 pips. My sweet spot is I generally like to take a trade of at least 10, 11 pips. And usually I will go up to 20, 25. I expect it to close within 1 to 3 hours. Again, as part of my trade plan, I want to get in and get out, and I want to do 3 trades a day. And this fits with the way I like to engage with the market. As we train you, we will come up with a strategy that fits your preferences and how you like to do things and what your tolerance to risk is. And basically what I'm trying to do is get all the lines to go in one direction. And I count that, and I'm looking for 7 points with points from each section. And when I get that, I have the highest probability of getting a winning trade. So with that, let's go take a look. I am going to start with the light 6 major, which is one of the standard chart layouts. And I start with the middle section of the chart, the majors and minors. The red and green line is the major indicator. The black and gray is the minor indicator. And I'm looking for 3 things here. One, that the lines are either above this horizontal blue line, which is the overbought line. When the market's overbought, that's a good time to sell. Likewise, if the lines are below this red line, which is the oversold line, and pointing up, that's a good time to buy. So right now, I've got the lines above the blue line. That's 1 point. Second point is they're all pointing down. That's 2 points. And the third point is that the red line is crossed over the green and the black line is crossed over the gray. So 3 points here. I also like that the lines are relatively clustered. That means they're together. I don't mind that the minors have kind of gone past the halfway mark and are almost touching the oversold. I'm interested in the placement of the major. So the major is just entering into the channel. And I also doesn't count as a point, I like the steepness of the green line here. The steepness of the green line here is like 80%. So, 45 degrees would be bisecting a 90-degree angle. And this is well more. It's almost, it's almost going straight down. So I like this very much. When I get 3 points here, I'm going to jump up to my TNTs. Each of the sections are measuring something different. And I'm going to count how many of the lines are supporting the sell signal I see here. So the 2 orange lines are telling me sell. And the thick blue line is telling me sell. When blue goes up, that means sell. So a blue line is kind of inverted. So it's going the opposite direction. So I got 3 of the 4 telling me I need 3 of the 4. And then I take a look at what the pressure is doing. And I have, and the pressure is directional. I've got up pressure, but I have the red line on top. So I like that. I either need the lines going down or the red line on top. I have the red line on top, and the lines are diverging, which they're separating. The green line is pulling away from the red, and it's almost horizontal. So it's almost horizontal. So we've got 7 points here. When I get 7 points, the next thing I do is I want to confirm the setup. And I'm going to confirm the setup by looking at the 2 and the 4 hour chart. So we've got the AUD USD. Now our only issue here, I'm going to do this analysis, but I don't think we're going to take the trade because we've got that news item. Let's take a look. US AUD, so that's the Australian dollar, US dollar. I want to see that we are oversold on both the 2 and overbought on the 2 and the 4. In this case, we're not only overbought, but the lines are going down. I don't need the lines to go down. I just want them to be overbought. And the reason for that is if this signal weakens up, I still have a better probability of the trade doing what I want, moving in the direction that I want if we're overbought. Because when we're overbought, eventually we're going to go down. So when these are overbought, that gives me confidence that we're going to, that at some point we're going down. It may take longer than that 1 to 3 hour window that I'm looking at. Usually, if you trade off of a 2 hour chart, you're going to expect the trade to take 2 to 6 hours, or on a 4 hour chart, usually 3 to 12 hours. So it's just going to take longer to happen. So we have the setup. I like that. So let's just save this. And then the next part of the analysis is to figure out what the trade is worth. And to figure out what the trade is worth, I am going to go to a clean chart. And we would have got that trade. No, would we have got that trade? That trade we were looking at last night was a buy. So we would have got it. We would have got that trade last night. It eventually did do what we thought it was going to do. The signal weakened, and I didn't think we'd get it in that hour, but actually it did. It jumped up. But again, I don't look back. I focus on. I don't think about the trades I didn't get. I just want to get a couple trades that I want to get. So there's always going to be trades that we miss. So let us take a look. So this is a clean chart. I'm going to scrunch it up. I want to look at where the support and resistance are. Support and resistance are spots where the lines seem to naturally stop. And by scrunching the chart up, I get more points to draw the line against. So you can see it kind of stopped here. and it stopped over here. And now I'm just going to draw a couple in. And the reason I want to know where these are is because it sets the limit of how many pips I'm going to take. And usually on a 1 hour chart, these are about 30 to 40 pips apart. So it kind of stopped in here. It stopped over here, over here. I don't have a good point over here, but I'm going to just add one more line. Let's see. Right in here and right over here. So now that I've got a couple spots, and we are clearly trading into an uptrend, trading into a buy trend. I want to know the trend because I don't want to trade against the trend. So if I'm going to take a sell trade, which is what we're showing here, I don't want to get stuck where the thing just jumps and takes off. And so I'm going to take less pips than I normally would when I'm trading against the trend. So you can see it kind of is bouncing off of this point. And I want to know how many pips I have. So I've got 13 pips down and 19 pips up. Again, trading against the trend. You know, maybe you take 10 pips here, but I am not going to trade here. I'm just showing you the analysis that I do. I'm not going to trade here because we have that news item coming up, and I don't want to get stuck holding it and all of a sudden the thing jump the wrong way. And I might even only take 5 pips going to where the wick of this candle is. If I were to take this, and for 5 pips, 5-pip trade isn't worth it to me. I want to be able to at least make 10. If I'm going to put the effort and energy into it, I want to make at least 10 pips. So that this isn't going to allow me to do it. So I'm going to pass. So let's go back and we will continue to look, see what else we've got. We have the setup here. Overbought, everybody's coming down, and I've got the double cross. I only have 2 of the 4 here. So this is telling you this. So this isn't. This doesn't meet the cut. Overbought. Everybody's kind of going down, but the slope on the green line isn't that great, so I don't like it. And then when I jump up here, the 2 orange lines are going up, so I don't have that. USD Canadian. It's in the channel, approaching overbought. Dollar Swiss franc. This is a nice signal. Oversold. Everybody's going up. Double cross. Good steepness to the line. Cluster. 2 orange lines going up. Dotted blue or thick blue coming down. Down pressure with the green on top. So we've got 7 points. I'm not going to do the analysis here because we just did it over here, but this is a good setup. If we didn't have that news item, I would probably end up taking a look at the USD Swiss franc and the USD Australian dollar and take one of them. And right now, my preference would be to lean toward the Swiss franc because it's morning time. You know, it's like lunchtime in Switzerland, whereas it's in the middle of the night here. So here we've got kind of one USD is entering to morning trade, Australians in nighttime, USD is entering the morning trade, and this is still daytime in Australia, in Switzerland. So I would probably lean toward this one. And again, USD yen, we've got 3 points here. Slope on the green line here isn't that great. We don't have the double cross here. We do have the 3 here, but we're not going to trade on the USD. So let's go to the next group. So I've cloned this chart. I've got non-US pairs here. Euro, pound. We were overbought. We've gone into the channel. The green line is more than halfway. Usually the halfway point is where I'll stop. You can get 10 pips from here to here. I just don't do it. I'd rather catch the trade up here and get it through the channel. Usually a run through the channel, you can see here, a run through the channel is worth 14 pips. Australian dollar, yen, oversold, going down, very steeply going down. I wouldn't trade this at this time because it's evening in both markets. Euro, Canadian dollar, overbought, minors coming down, majors sideways. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, again, very steeply coming down. This would have been a nice, had you been able to catch this, had you been able to catch this, you would have easily gotten 10 pips here. Pound yen approaching overbought. I have been trying the overnight trade with the pound trend. I've back tested it. I'm getting pretty confident in it. You'll see that I've been taking the trade in my account, and I will soon start including that in the setup that I send out. Euro, Australian dollar, overbought, going up, so nothing there. Canadian dollar, yen, oversold. Minors are starting to turn, majors coming down. Euro, New Zealand dollar, overbought. Everybody's going up, although the green line has got a little kink in it. Pound, New Zealand dollar, overbought. Everybody's still going up. New Zealand dollar, yen, oversold, going down. New Zealand dollar, USD, good signal here, overbought, everybody coming down. 2 orange lines going down, thick blue going up, so 3 of the 4 here. Red on top, and the lines are diverging. It's almost like what we saw on the Australian dollar, USD, but we're not going to take it. Euro, Swiss franc, we're not taking it because of the news. Overbought, going up. Overbought, going up. So let's go to our next group. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, overbought, everybody coming down. We've got the double cross, so we've got 3 points here. Reasonable steepness on the green line. 2 orange lines coming down, thick blue coming up. So 3 points here. We've got up pressure with the red line on top, so we've got 7 points there. AUD, CAD, it's a sell. And let's go to phase 2. If you remember, phase 2 is what is it doing? What is the 2 and the 4 hour doing? So we're going to go to AUD Canadian. The Canadian. Boy, this looks almost like the AUD USD that we looked at. Overbought on the 2 hour, coming down. Overbought on the 4 hour, coming down. So the setup is good. I like that we're overbought across the board there. So let's take a look and see if we can figure out what this trade might be worth. Oh, come on. AUD CAD. All right, the chart looks almost the same, huh? So let's drop our lines in. So this is a little bit like of artwork. We got nothing around here, but over here it stopped. 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 And again, I want to know these because it's going to be the limits of how many pips I take. Now our problem is we've got a sell signal, but we're sitting right on a resistance line. I don't want to take a sell trade while we're sitting here. I want it to be on one side of the line or the other, and I want it to close on one side of the line or the other. So right now we're on the north side of the line and we're touching the line. So I'm going to pass. So, say, take a look here. It came up. I don't know what the signal was, but then you see it pulled back. And then on the next time it broke through, came down, touched, came down and is sitting there. But I don't like it when it's sitting on the line. I'm going to wait until it's in the middle of the channel somewhere. And especially since we're trading against the trend, had you taken a sell here, it never came back here. It just kept going up. So you would have gotten stopped out. So you've got to be careful when you're trading against the trend. So we're not going to do that. So with that, let us see if we can find just a quick little scalp. We've got like 3 minutes left. So I'm going to use a different signal. I'm going to do this a little fast since we've only got 3 minutes left. But I'm looking to see what this number is. And I'm looking for 0 or 10 or within 1 point of 0 or 10. So I don't have it here. This is good when there's less than 5 minutes left in the hour. So no, yes. So this is 10. When the thick orange line is at 10, that's telling us it doesn't think there's any more up in the movement. When I see that, I want to confirm it with the majors and minors. And I want this red line to be up where the black line is. And it's not. It's just touching. This is telling me there's still a little bit more up in the movement. This is telling me the up movement's maxed out. So I don't quite have it. So let's keep going. 3, no. 5, no. 1.1 is a little out of it. So let's look to the next group. And again, I'm going to go fast here because we only have a minute left. 5, no. 1.1, no. I'm looking for 0 or 1 or within 1 point of either end. No. Yes. A pound New Zealand dollar. The red line is up above the blue. Our only issue is going to be what's the spread. This is a little. This is a trade that's worth 5 pips. On a 5 pip trade, open pound New Zealand dollar, new chart, pound New Zealand dollar. The spread on the New Zealand dollar tends to be large. And why don't we see it here? Pound New Zealand dollar. Oh my goodness, the spread is almost 9 pips. 94 to 01. This trade is worth 5 pips, so we're not going to take a 5 pip trade on a 10 pip spread. No. Let's go to the next one. We've got 40 seconds. I'm going to go fast to see if we can find it. No, yes, but my majors aren't where I need them to be. No. Let's go to the first one, and we're not going to trade the USD because we're within that 2-hour period. Yes, but these aren't where they need to be. The lines need to be down here. No, yes. But my majors are still on the channel, so this is telling me up, even though this guy is at been 10. He's been at 10 for 2 hours now. So maybe next hour, this might be a good trade. No. All right, gang. I apologize. It's not as much fun to come when you don't get a trade. I get that. But the benefit is you did get some instruction on how I take a look at things. If there's anything I don't like, I just don't take the trade. I don't need to take the trade. I only need a couple good trades a day. And rather than take a chance of losing money, the goal here is not to lose money, to avoid losing money. So if I'm more picky on my trades, there's less chance that I'm going to run into a trade where I lose money. So I will not be sending out a trade setup tonight because I will be in Atlanta. I am going to. I don't know if any of you are Chosen fans. Chosen fans. Chosen is a series about the disciples of Jesus. It's done very, very well. They're entering their 3rd season, and I've been a fan of it, and they are doing their premiere tonight in Atlanta. So one of the nice things is Atlanta's only 3 hours away. The tickets were I don't know, $250 or something, but again, it's a fun thing to do. So we'll be doing it. If you haven't watched it, I would try watching one of the series. It's done very, very well, and it's entertaining. All right, gang. Thanks so much. We will see you again on Thursday morning. We are here to help. We will help. If you have questions, you can schedule an appointment with me by going to forexsmarttrade.com, forexsmarttrade.com/schedule, and set a time, and we'll get any of your questions answered. All right. Thanks so much. See you on Thursday. Bye-bye. All right.